I got the BG drink.
I really understand them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I drank a lot of cranberry juice.
Hey, is it even on camera? Can you even see me? It looks like an Easter egg.
I drank a lot of cranberry juice last night, and I'm pretty sure it's ripping my insides apart.
Yeah.
It's cleaning everything out.
Yeah.
In a bad way.
Do you ever do like probiotics?
Well, I did it because we went out to the bar last night to see. Are we recording? We went out.
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, yeah, we went out to the bar last night, and of course I'm in fight camp, so I'm not drinking. And we went and seen one of my buddies who played at the Twisted Cork in Lexington, and dude, Jenna and everyone was drinking. There's a lot of wine all over the table, beers all over the table, and I was drinking water at first, and I was like, oh, man, I need something. Like, so I got a cranberry juice, virgin. Can I get a cranberry juice? And the bartender was even like, that's it? And I was like, yes, that's it. And he's like, okay, whatever. And so I had drank a lot of cranberry juice last night, and I'm paying for it. Today it was like, sparring, and I'm like,
no one hit me in the stomach.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I bought 3 pairs of tights today.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Everyone's had those days, right, where you had to bring extra spats.
No, not me.
No,
because generally everybody else wears, like normal training gear.
That was Jerry.
What? How do I? What is
in cups, bro?
spats and cups?
Oversized cups.
Dude, that is over. Definitely
3 sizes too big.
You gotta make it look. Spats and cups. That's a good name for a band.
What kind of band would it be?
What kind of band? What genre of music is that, bro?
That is like.
Spats and cups.
That's like
punk rock.
Emo bluegrass.
Emo bluegrass.
Oh my god.
Emo bluegrass. We are Spats and Cup, and we are here to rock your face off.
Cut my wrist.
Oh my god, bro, that's so
I wear all black and I cut my wrist.
I was about to say you can't forget the spoons playing.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
I wish I knew how to do that.
Right?
Dude, when we were in South Bend, we went to this old pub.
Where?
South Bend, Indiana.
Okay.
We went to this old Irish pub, and the entire thing was the size of this room. It was tiny. And this band was playing in the corner, and it was like a super hardcore bluegrass folk band.
Oh hell yeah!
And dude had the washboard, and one guy had the spoons, and one guy had a banjo. Dude, they were so good.
Sounds like my wife's family.
It probably was your wife's family.
Yeah, my papa used to play the spoons all the time. I'd be like, "How are you doing that?" He would just flick them up and down really quick. I was like, "What the fuck? It's some trickery."
I'll tell you what. I'll be in that band right now. Give me a tambourine.
Tambourine.
Watch me rip it.
Oh my
Watch me rip it. I'll tear up a tambourine.
Little known fact: Trent is a mean tambourine player.
Yeah,
You going Pentecostal emo bluegrass, bro?
He's very talented.
Of course. I didn't think there was any other type of genre of music. I just thought that's what I was going to do.
That's the way that you're raised in Central Ohio.
Just tambourine?
Southeastern Ohio,
sorry.
by the way.
You're
Central
from Chicago.
Ohio.
Rural.
I was
Ohio.
born in Chicago, but I consider home. Home is Ohio. That's where my dad still lives and everything. So, home is Ohio, and but Chicago.
What kind of Ohio? Like the city of Ohio, or like
Did he say the city of Ohio? Did he just say the city of Ohio?
Oh, you stupid mother!
Do you mean what city did I live in Ohio?
Yeah.
Like the city area of Ohio, not literally.
Dude,
like city
what are you talking about? There's several cities in Ohio.
Ethan,
There's different parts.
what are we
of
doing right now?
of states.
What?
Oh my god.
I was born in Nashville, but I'm not from Nashville. I'm from
Didn't you
Eastern
say your
Kentucky.
parents moved all over the place?
Yeah, I've lived all over the place, but I've lived here in Kentucky for 14 years.
See, I've lived in
So,
Kentucky
yeah.
for 13 years, and I don't consider Kentucky my home.
Well, I mean, that's over half my lifetime. I moved here when I was 11.
Oh,
You know?
I guess I am.
You were a
I
young
was
man.
20 already.
Yeah.
You know,
You were in what, college?
I was out of
Or
college.
should've been-
Yeah, no, I was out. No, hey.
You were
College.
You
Yes.
said
criminal justice, son.
that's your major?
Criminal associate.
Did you-
Criminal
okay.
justice.
So you left college at 19, 20?
Listen, man, in my town, either you were a coal miner or you were you worked for Asplin Tree Company. Okay, those were the two good jobs. We had Buckingham Coal Company and we had Asplin. Okay, now, and I told my dad, my dad has a VA bill. My stepmom worked at Ohio University, so I could have went there for, go there for free. And I told my dad what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something with music, and he was like, boy, you ain't using my VA bill to do some fucking useless music major. Get the hell out of here with that. And I was like, well, criminal justice? And he's like, that's better.
He must not have seen your tambourine skills.
He didn't.
Doesn't
man.
understand.
Listen, if you want to know what kind of dad I had back in the day, he wouldn't let me drive my car if I had flip-flops on.
Flip-flops are
He has kicked me out of the house when I was 16 or 17 because I wouldn't cut my hair, and my hair was over my ears.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, very
traditional pops.
military.
Yeah,
20
okay.
years in, man, 20 years, and he didn't play that bullshit. We had to wake up, we had to make our beds. He would inspect them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was.
Is he
it
like a
was
drill sergeant
that.
or what?
Nah, he's just that
Just a
old
member?
school, man. That old, and the funny thing is, man, I go into town and I hear all these stories about my dad punching cops when he was younger, and like all this shit he used to do. They were like, yeah, your dad used to ride his motorcycle through town butt naked, with nothing but a helmet on. So, well, how'd you know it was him? Well, he's got that tattoo on his ass. So, so everyone, when he was overseas, he got a tattoo the old way with the bamboo and the hammer, and they,
Yeah.
So, and my dad, now he's older, so I've seen him naked on many occasions. I don't know why I bring that up. Probably because I'm scarred from it. But, and you see it, and I'm like, why is that tattoo all jacked up? And because they did it the old way. And he said, well, it fucking hurt, man. I was moving a lot. So, yeah, that's the kind of, but like when he got out, me and my brother, we'd have to wake up. Like, man, living with him was hard. It was hard. Like, he used to make us, he had like 10 acres of land. We had to go out and like, he would drive the tractor around mowing, and we'd have to go and like pick up sticks. Like, so he wouldn't hit it with the mower and stuff like that. And if we didn't get all the sticks out, we'd have more chores. Like, we'd work from sun up to sundown. Unless you were playing sports, then he kind of took it easy.
What was the name of your hometown?
oh my God.
I missed it. Bro.
Still
That's,
stuck on that.
His hometown state.
Gloucester. It's Gloucester, Ohio, in Athens County. So I just tell people I'm from Athens because it's easier. And it's like an hour and a half, like southeast of Columbus.
It sounds a lot like Hazard, because
Dude,
that's mainly the only jobs that came out of Hazard until the coal industry got took out a few years ago. That's why the poverty's so
yeah, it is. Well,
poverty's so like
there was
prominent down
there was a company from Denver that bought Buckingham Coal Company, and they moved a bunch of their people out there.
Yeah.
And everyone, like all my friends who started working out there in high school, they got these big old diesel trucks and stuff, and like bought houses and stuff like that. And then they lost their jobs, and like, I mean, it's bad. They're struggling, man. There's people losing their houses and stuff. So
I titled this live feed, Ethan's Breakup. A lot of people are interested.
oh yeah, we should get into that, right?
You and Danielle are done?
Done, man.
After a few years? She didn't tell you?
She dumped you.
We're on a chat together. You didn't see the
You
message?
didn't see it? She said if he wears, she told me, she's like, if he ever wears that green fucking collared shirt again,
Dude, I think he
it's
wore
over.
that to
It's
Sandra's
over.
wedding, bro.
Really? Is that the only nice shirt you
No, I
have?
don't think I wore this one. I don't think I wore
That's
this
the
one.
Sunday best?
It was.
Who still
I have
wears
another
Hollister, man?
Dude, I did not purchase this shirt. It was purchased for me.
I would say that too.
Is Hollister
I
still
would say-
around? That's a real
Dude,
thing?
I don't know if Hollister is still a thing. This is a couple years old,
No, it's funny.
and it's totally better looking than that
Than a
shirt.
The
white
Wolf?
man shirt?
What?
I mean, you
Q
designed
Parks.
it, I understand.
Q
and-
Parks,
but our good friend, Q
next
Parks,
time-
made it.
Punch
Parks
him.
kick his ass.
Hey, funny story of back home. We actually had a little part of Gloucester, and it's called Hollister, and it's the ghetto. so when people would wear Hollister, we always made fun of people because we were like, "Oh, bro, you wearing Hollister? Huh? You from the ghetto?"
Poor kids.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah. Everyone from Hollister, I'm never gonna be allowed to go back home. They're gonna watch this and be
They see
like,
this?
Let's hope they never see this.
yeah, right. They don't have internet. We didn't have cell phones until 2008, 2009. So
You need to go back home and ride through naked on a motorcycle.
yeah, I
Commemorate your
I
dad's
gotta get my ass tattooed first.
Don't know it's you. All right, guys. So this is episode 2.5.
3.
We'll be coming out with one probably every Sunday for a while. Last week we had some technical difficulties with
You can say that.
this guy right there. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and talk local Kentucky MMA right now. One of our head commissions is retiring, Todd Neal. He's a great friend of mine. He's done a lot for the sport of MMA, and he will be missed. And I'm not sure what to think of the new commission coming in.
So, I mean, what's the reason, though? So, like, I read what Bluegrass MMA had, but it was kind of vague. Like, it wasn't super, like, detailed or anything like that. So, has anyone heard of, like, I mean, because he's been here, you know? He was just here, last month teaching refs?
Yeah, he was here doing a ref.
And he
seminar.
never
We all
mentioned
helped him with the
anything, you know? So, like, it was unexpected. It was shocking.
He told me he didn't like the direction commission was going. I guess there's a new lady in charge, and
Sick of Frankfurt shit, probably.
yeah,
What do we know about the new lady? Because, I mean, I'm very interested in this because, I mean,
I'm not sure.
you know, I've been fighting for Todd for a while now, so it's, and he's always been real nice, except he tells that same joke every time.
In his fighter meeting?
Yes.
What joke?
I love
I
it.
don't remember.
It's a joke like,
Oh, you got undefeated fighter. here.
I know, man, I'm jealous.
I retired on top.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous, man. I'd rather be 1-0 in MMA than win a world champion in BJJ, though. So.
Yeah.
He's a Naga champ too.
Yeah. 32-time Naga champion. So put that on the resume.
Dude,
32 times.
you are turning me on right now. I'm not going to lie. If I didn't have a cup on right now, buddy, this microphone just went up 2 inches.
It's a good thing it's oversized.
Yeah, there's a lot of room in there. There's a lot of room.
Plenty
in
of
there.
room to grow.
Plenty of room. I'm a grower now, shower.
Oh Lord.
Demonetized.
What do we got coming up for local MMA?
Well, we got 2 fighters from our gym. Well, first of all, we got the card in Dayton, Ohio coming up April 27th.
Do we know anyone on that card?
Cat.
Cat,
Yeah,
Matt
Cat,
Moore's friend.
Very good friend.
Ooh.
Yeah,
From what I hear, they're very
Yikes.
close.
Oh,
But wasn't
Ethan,
he up at
you-
Apex? Isn't
Uh,
that too long ago?
he goes there for open mat.
Yeah, I heard.
He goes there for
He
open
trains
mat.
with Doc Park.
Oh, God. Well,
It goes up there just for Doc.
no wonder when he comes back, he pretty much forgets everything.
Yeah, he's worn out.
And then after that, we got the Lexington card, right?
Hard Rock again.
Yeah, Hard Rock again.
Is
And-
Hard Rock the only promotion?
No,
And
Premier.
local MMA.
Premier?
Premier's has a
That's Billy Donovan.
Covington. In Covington, they have one coming up very soon.
Billy Donovan has me blocked on Facebook. So
Why?
Probably trolled him
man,
too hard.
Yeah, it's
I-
Adam, so.
I got into it. I think one time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there it
I
goes.
may or may not have called him Ellen DeGeneres.
Does he look like Ellen?
Yeah, he does, man. They had the same haircut and everything,
I'm
I
like,
mean, shoot, dude. Ellen's like, what?
and they wore like suit jackets.
so many millions in net worth.
Well, I don't want
Why
to
is that
offend
such a
Ellen. I
Ellen's
love
pretty-
Ellen.
First,
I,
first of all,
I watch Ellen.
listen, Ellen's hot.
Ellen's, yeah.
Ellen
Younger
is a
Ellen. Younger
I
Ellen.
mean, yeah,
Shoot,
she's like
dude, right-
50.
Yeah,
Right
younger
now, if you
Ellen.
take
She
into
has a
account
great
the
age.
age, though,
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
She wanted to put a ring
Trey
on it.
Willis is on the 27th.
I don't know much about Trey, actually. I know he's been
he's
fighting.
been around a while. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've heard of him,
He's a good fighter.
but I
I think he just started officially training with 502. I saw an announcement this weekend.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. 502, shout out, Red.
He got Charles Stanford on.
I saw
From-
Trey fight when
Drive.
Ken Beverly fought Dusty Stengel, and he was just, I didn't really know anything about anything at the time. He was just tough. Like, he was just a tough kid.
Ohio, man, listen, I love Ohio, but that same day weigh-in
The
is
rule
a
set
killer,
sucks.
man. That, you shouldn't have to put fighters through that. Like, I agree somewhat with the second day weigh-in to make sure, like, fighters aren't packing on so much weight that like why did we even have a weigh-in?
Now, is it same day weigh-ins if they have pros on the card? 'Cause the
I believe so.
The pros get the weigh-in the night before.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's messed up.
So I think if it's an all amateur card, you're only allowed to weigh in the same day. But if there's pros on it, they'll give you.
I don't know. I've never fought MMA in Ohio. I've only done
Ken,
kickboxing.
When I was training in Hazard, Ken had a pro fight up there, and he had same day weigh in.
Oh,
See, dude, that's not fair.
Is that a commission
That's
thing or is that a
crazy.
promotion thing?
commission.
That's the way the state
Their
runs
commission's
it.
a lot more strict.
Yeah, I know you can't head kick and you can't do
There's a lot of weird
twisting submission locks.
Yeah,
That
man.
is
Yeah,
an amateur.
Kentucky's
yeah.
super liberal with their rules.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully
yeah.
that doesn't change because I feel like that's the purest form of MMA.
It
Leg
really is. Like the only thing you're not allowed to do as an amateur is elbow, which I don't understand that either. Because if you're going to be able to knee someone in the
You
head,
can't elbow to the face. You can elbow to
yeah,
the
that's
body.
true.
You can
That's
elbow
true.
to the
Yeah,
leg.
yeah.
Yeah, but if you can lay your shin across somebody's skull, you should
what
be
I'm
able to
saying.
elbow.
Like,
yeah.
if you can straight up head kick someone, like that's basically the worst. Like Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey style, when she's
Yeah.
like off balance and you just kick her, bam, right in the face. Like, you know, what's an elbow gonna do? I think they're more worried about lacerations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the elbow can actually cut. They're worried about,
Are they worried
Paying a
about
lot
it,
of-
or are the promoters worried about amateur fights, like the first 3 fights getting stopped because of blood and people not getting their money's worth?
Yeah. Well, not only that, you know what you should do then? Get a bigger cage. Like you can't say that. You can't say like, "Oh, this ended too quick." Dude, that 20-foot cage,
Squeaky, bro.
that is not cool.
This guy.
I think there's a.
Stay still, bro. He should just stand.
Hey,
Yeah, you should just.
Couch,
stand
when
up.
you fought, how big was the cage?
I fought.
Oh, it
in,
was huge.
You fought in the red one?
cage-
The
No,
red-
no.
Valor.
I fought in Valor's cage. That
I
cage
love Valor's
Aren't
cage.
they a
no.
Tennessee promotion?
Fuck, bro, hey,
yes, they are.
fuck
They're out
that
of
cage. That cage is
Shout
whack.
out to Tim Lloyd.
Whack. Why?
Not no disrespect to promoters, because I'm a grappler, bro. I can't. It's hard to
couldn't-
grab. I was scared anyway. So
In
he
a
just,
big
the dude
cage?
came in. And, I was terrified. So the dude just came in and we grappled. But if he would have had any kind of stand up, I would have been a sitting duck.
But
I
it's
would have been a
plenty-
fish in a barrel.
Plenty of room to run.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but eventually he's gonna catch me. Shoot. If I can't get
How'd
in,
that fight end? How you finished it, right?
yeah. Thank God, thank God, because I stood up after I submitted him. I did my like little roar thing.
Oh my God.
I was, dude. It felt like somebody injected my legs and arms with cement because they were so heavy.
Oh yeah, that's a bad
I was
feeling.
like,
Yeah,
oh.
that's a.
I was so
messed up
thankful it
feeling.
was over though. It was like it's
You
something
don't
you
think,
can't
man,
experience.
Yeah,
You
for
can't
sure.
get anywhere else with any other experience.
Like you can run all the miles you want. You think your cardio's there, and then you throw 10 punches, and you're like,
yeah. And now I realize,
arm.
so I
Adrenaline
think
dump.
different
think
kind of
I-
cardio, man.
I
It's
put in a rear
different
naked choke, and I think I choked the guy out with like 6 seconds left, maybe
in the
and I was-
first or
in the first.
yeah.
And it was a 3-minute round.
Yeah.
And it felt like forever. And it was just like basically a grappling match, but it just felt like
The
forever. for
stress
some
It's
is
reason.
different. It's different when
I
people.
think it's all mental, obviously. So that inexperience, I think
yeah.
that was a factor. But
Well, I mean, I tell you what. I mean, I've been doing martial arts since I was 8 and competing since, and I still get nervous, man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it's not the nervous that I'm like of the fight. It's the nervous that like I'm not going to perform my best when I need to. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes me nervous. It makes me nervous that I'm going to get caught and finished something stupid. Like I don't care. Punch me in the face. Knee me, whatever.
So it's like embarrassment.
Not embarrassment, just like
Getting submitted to a Boston
I
Crab.
have that would be, I'd never fight again. It's just that I have such high expectations on myself.
standards, you set
Yeah,
standards for
yeah,
yourself, and if
yeah.
you don't meet those, it's kind of a
Exactly.
downward.
I don't want to go out there and get caught because I accidentally left my hands down. Like, I was sparring with Harry the other day. I was just circling out, and he threw a left hook, and it caught me. And I was like, damn, if he had 4-ounce gloves on, he's also 260 pounds. So,
Yeah.
But, it's stuff like that. Now, I'm glad I did that in here in the gym
Yeah.
rather than out there. But a lot of times you get away with a lot of stuff in the gym when guys aren't going balls to the walls. But then you get in there and you get someone who really wants to knock your fucking head off. And those 4-ounce gloves, it doesn't take much. So that's what I'm most fearful of. It's not the fight itself. Usually after I get hit with the first one, it's like, okay, there we go. Thank God.
I think Couch realized that. He was one and done.
Yeah, so
One and oh.
Well, you
the
gotta
MMA
you,
experience for me, man, is like we always trained hard in Hazard. Like we trained super hard.
yeah. I hear
But,
the
like,
stories.
So walking out, I seen all the lights were on the cage. And before my fight, like I was looking at the cage, I was like, okay, that looks really cool. And I step out there and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to do this. So I got to walk
Too
because
late.
obviously I just
Yeah,
made
you
that
can't,
decision.
yeah.
And we get in there and I can't remember who walked in first, but they locked it. And the ref goes, are you ready? Are you ready? And I was like, yeah. But in my head, I was like, no. And then I'm looking at him like, oh, this guy don't care about my well-being at all right now. Like we're gonna try to really hurt each other.
Yeah, he wants to mess you up.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that no more. I'm good. So thank God he was a grappler and he just wanted to grapple.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. So, like, I mean, grappling, jiu-jitsu, competitive jiu-jitsu, I mean, that's a tough sport too. It's a combat sport. So, like, where does the line draw between doing a combat sport like wrestling or jiu-jitsu? Where does that line cross from, like, okay, I really like this style of combat sports, but I don't like this style, like MMA?
I've got
What do you mean?
the striking part.
Getting punched in the face.
Like me,
Getting hit,
I like
period.
both. Like I like doing jiu-jitsu. I like wrestling. I like doing all that stuff. But then again, I also like throwing fists and throwing knees and throwing kicks and stuff like that. So for me, it's all in one. But like where for someone who just wants to do like one martial art, like say like let's take jiu-jitsu. So say I walked into the gym and I was like, I want to do jiu-jitsu and I want to compete. But that's a rough sport in itself. Like you still get beat up in jiu-jitsu. You get beat up. So where's the line draw from like, all right, that's enough punishment to like.
Well, when it comes to MMA, you're getting the crap kicked out of you with the grappling, and you're literally getting kicked. So like
The crap.
it's like double the punishment, you know.
Yeah,
When it comes to like
I know, but if you're gonna do it, why not do it all? That's my thing.
just do half the punishment.
Striking has never been like my groove.
Like
yeah.
the whole reason I got into MMA and fighting is because I wanted to be the best fighter. Like, and grappling is a form of fighting to me.
Yeah.
So like I want to
Yeah,
be
it's
the
an
best
aspect.
fighter.
But your main objective at the end of the day is to be an MMA fighter. Some people is
Yeah.
just to be the best.
I guess
wrestler
it's what
or
your
to,
goal
to
is,
be the
right?
best. Yeah, it's all personal preference and like as far as like.
But but what I'm saying is like you're like fighting scares me, but you actively seek out a combat sport. But then you're like,
Oh,
okay. That's
Okay.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
okay.
So where's the line draw from like, okay, I don't like fighting, but I'm gonna actively compete at this combat sport that it's very
strikes,
taxing.
The strikes and just the overall mentality. Jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
Like you see it a lot with MMA guys that come into like a jiu-jitsu
Meatheads.
class. They grapple different. It's just
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah.
As far as like positional, they try to maintain more.
Yeah, pure
Generally,
jiu-jitsu guys are real.
like-
It's like slow. It's like a chess match, man. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're always trying to work toward the
Yeah.
sub or position, get
Yeah.
their points, get their their position.
Yeah, MMA guys are like get the side control.
Yeah,
and
because
hold. Yeah.
that's what their objective is. But as far as like the tournament and the competing thing, like I know in a jiu-jitsu match, if I tap, it's over. If I get caught with a left hook and my lights go out, there's no submission there. I'm out and I have no control. So I think it's a control standpoint. You have more with like a jiu-jitsu match, unless you're going against like Palaharis. He doesn't.
Oh, he's
He
ripping.
doesn't let go. But that's also why he's kind of scrutinized a ton. He's not allowed in the UFC no more. People like that are kind of trash the name.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
generally speaking, jiu-jitsu is like way more calm. You don't have to worry about getting hit, obviously, and like the nerves with jiu-jitsu, like you get the same nerves at like big competitions.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's not,
Dude,
like, people ask,
I used to get nervous for karate competitions, like form, technique. Like I'd have to go out there in front of judges and do form competitions. And I would get nervous for that just
Kata's?
because I'm a perfectionist, dude. Like
yeah.
it's almost like a dance routine. in
Donahue
karate.
talks about how he talks to his guys. He talks about how some big coaches will like cop their guys up or stuff like that and give them like innuendos towards the competition. Donahue is just like it's It's another day in the gym. At the end of the day, you're literally doing what you do in the gym. There's just spectators and lights now.
Yeah.
So the attention brings the nerves.
Yeah.
That's true.
But you just learn how to deal with it at a certain point. If you compete enough, it never goes away.
No,
It'll
that's
never
the
go
thing.
away.
It
You
never
just learn
goes
how to
away.
mentally check it.
Exactly.
And, like, maintain it.
Yeah.
And
How about
use
for
it
you,
as, like,
Adam?
fuel.
Like being in this game so long.
Man, I get nervous coaching. more
Yeah.
than anything.
That is
Hey,
a nerve
Seal says the same thing.
Yeah.
So he's been in my corner for all of my MMA fights, and every time I get out there, I was like, so I asked him one time. I said, "What feels better, when you won, or when I win?" And he says, "Most definitely when you win, I get a way better feeling."
Coaching at jiu-jitsu tournaments too, you see people win and they'll get a sub. And and the nerves are different too. Like I feel way more calm competing than I do coaching.
All right, guys, we're about to take a quick little break.
Problem in that though,
What?
like I mean,
Training naked?
This is basically a rash guard.
Are we on?
For my pants.
Oh, we're live, guys.
Listen, come on now. What's the difference if you have spats on and then you put shorts over them? What's the difference? You can't feel anything. I have a cup on. You put shorts on and then don't wear a cup, and I feel giblets everywhere. It's like, ugh.
I like that.
Ugh.
I like
you get
when-
me in a triangle, and I'm like, oh,
I like
it's
when
a
cap,
people.
just get on.
The
when
softness is a good comfort.
No.
No, I like when people say that my cup hurt them, and I'm not wearing a cup.
Damn, bro.
Gonna need 3 more of these, Doc.
Yeah, we're getting into it now, aren't we?
Our world champ supposed to be getting us our beverages.
Oh no! Oh
champ.
no! Not
Did you
like
hear that?
Bro, it's not because
When you hear this,
to the
that
no.
means Cows is getting a beer.
it's not a disrespectful
Oh,
thing.
it most certainly
that,
is.
No, it's that you're the youngest.
Yeah, that's
You're the
Definitely
youngest,
is
least
a disrespect
experienced.
thing. If you snap at me and expect me to grab you,
You're a healthy guy.
Yeah.
asking
no.
would be okay.
Listen,
If you're
there
like, hey,
is
man, we gotta go get me a
nothing
beer.
extra
there,
conditioning.
Okay, sure,
there
why not?
is nothing
This is
coconut.
Trent's sponsor.
about
You
saying
guys got to step up the game.
Coconut water is the shit.
this is vodka. Actually, I'm trying to hide it from Adam.
Super
Weight cutting,
hydrated.
weight cutting.
damn
self-
fine.
You know what's really fun?
Tavarsky.
Going out with a bunch of your friends last night and being the only one sober. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
I had
Trent's doing
the
good. He's in
best
fight
time.
camp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're
How
talking.
many weeks are you out?
7 from today. Yeah, or 7 from yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's going good. Weight's on point. Training's good. Feel
You're
healthy.
fighting at 85, right?
Yeah.
And you walk around like 205 already?
Yeah, 205, 215.
215
Oh no,
Two-
no sir, that's Peyton Hughes.
before fight camp
Yeah,
is announced. 215.
yeah. When I,
Peyton's a
Dang.
thick boy
Peyton?
with 2 C's.
Yeah.
Trent's
Peyton
gonna.
is?
Dude, Peyton
Peyton's
gets
like 195.
no, he gets over 200.
Dang.
he's about,
He looks
He's a thick
way,
boy.
like his frame is not.
he's the same size as me, man.
Yeah, man.
Like he's the
No.
same. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. You're the same size as me.
No, I'm like 195.
Yeah, but like
Right now,
80
we're probably
pounds
the
of
same
that
size.
is head.
What's up?
That's true. That's true.
What'd you say?
That's true.
80 pounds of that is your head.
You both
Yeah.
probably have the same size head.
Yeah, I mean, we do.
No,
You're
I
just
have more
taller.
hair.
You're just taller.
Doc,
That's
can you
why
get a
it
tape
fits
measure?
better.
Yeah,
Oh, he's not here.
Jamie, where you at?
But like what we were talking about earlier, why preferring?
Jiu-jitsu's better than MMA.
Yeah,
This is
why
true.
jujitsu is better than MMA?
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what Trent said, right?
Yeah,
Trent, you
that's
said
what you
that?
said before the
Trent
break.
does want to have his first
do
jiu-jitsu
wanna have a
match
jiu-jitsu match.
after this fight. So
bro.
that's gonna be
Yeah, I mean,
interesting.
I'm sick of crushing you guys in here. I need more competition.
Only the world champ he crushes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh? Oh no,
Oh yeah. Yes. So last week,
What?
Trent tapped out Ethan.
Legitimately?
pretty easy
let him.
too. Pretty
let him.
no, he
I
didn't.
let him.
It was pretty easy too.
This dog was barking,
And
I had a little bit of an injury.
and I got out of a toe hold, his patented toe hold. I got out of
because you cried
to
to Adam.
to
Because
America.
you cried to Adam.
Hey, what'd I get him with? Americana.
You cried to Adam. I grabbed his foot and he's like,
I got him with
Ethan,
that.
you do have some kind of fetish with
Hey,
leg locking
hey,
beginner jiu-jitsu
hey, Jacob,
people because
Jacob.
you literally leg lock
Jacob,
every new guy.
I got him with
I
that
don't do it hard.
Captain Americana.
I don't do it hard.
Word.
He got him with the Trentacana.
I got him with my anaconda. I mean,
Ethan does have a problem with leg locks, though, man. He-
especially toe holds, dude.
everything, dude.
I wouldn't call it a
You
problem.
know
It's
who
a problem.
I
Him
wouldn't
and-
define it as a problem.
you
him
need
and
some like antidote or some
No.
shit because you leg lock every
Him and
now
Dylan
then.
Dennis.
bro.
Him and Dylan Dennis. If that tells you what kind of character he has.
Turn my mic down a little bit.
Yo, turn my mic down low.
Far left, bro.
Turn my headphones up.
Yes. Come on, bro.
You got it.
You got it. Come on.
You got it. Go.
Yep.
Good job.
Oh, good job.
Oh, go.
There you go.
Take it to the head.
Awesome
Dude,
job.
you're an engineer.
Yeah, here's your degree.
There
Aren't
you
you a
go.
logistics
Alright.
salesman, bro?
No, he's a
Dude,
he's a producer now.
I guess I'm a producer because ours disappeared.
Yeah, where's
Right?
ours at?
Where is he?
Yeah, he went to Wendy's.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
that patented 4 for 4.
Yeah.
4 for 4, all
4 for 5.
cheeseburgers.
He's in fight
No
camp, so
joke.
he's eating
That's what he
Wendy's.
said. That's what he said. He gets
Okay.
4 for 4s and he gets all cheeseburgers, no pickle, no onion.
Yep.
That's actually pretty good.
No, that's his diet though for fight camp.
It's a good deal, but
and to supplement his
imagine-
training after practice, he goes and smokes.
He
half a pack
enjoys
of
it.
It's
Marlboro.
good
Oh,
conditioning.
damn.
It's good conditioning.
That's a
Now, does he
real
smoke
call-out.
Newports or just?
I'd say some Marlboros. He mixes it up.
No, he looks like a camel
He
guy.
looks like a camel kind of guy.
He kind of looks like the
Do they
guy
still make
on
Camel Crush? You guys don't know. What
The
that
one
is.
where
I
he
don't.
crushed
I
the
do.
little ball.
I do. But I'm not a 16-year-old girl, so I don't know for sure.
true.
I'm not a
I
16-year-old.
don't know. Doc is kind of.
But you know.
Doc's kind of white trash.
Well,
I think
yeah,
he does
I mean-
Pall Malls.
Whoa, whoa,
Dang-
bro.
Dang, bro, you ain't got a sort of
Winston's?
character like that.
Winston's, bro.
Winston's. Pall
No.
Malls or Winston's.
Virginia Slims.
Oh no, I got it. I
That's
got it.
Trailer park stuff.
Basic full flavors.
Right? Wait.
What?
He smokes basic
Oh,
full
yeah.
flavors.
Meth.
That's
Hey, listen,
Just going to the major extreme.
when did they make cigarettes in that clear pipe?
Hazard. How's Mamo smoke her cigarettes?
Oh, Mama smokes like a goddamn freight train.
Really?
But,
Yeah.
but what does she do? What's her process?
She packs. So she used to
she
buy
rolls her own cigarettes.
She used to buy cartons of cigarettes for like too much money. Okay, and
The ones that
it's-
are like $75
mind you-
for a big fat
mind
thing.
you, way too much money when you're especially on some EBT type lifestyle.
Does she drink
So
a lot
she-
of coffee too?
Oh, tons of the coffee.
Coffee and cigarettes. Yep. I
Yeah,
know.
every morning. It smells awful. Terrible at our house.
The coffee smells great, but the cigarettes.
I tried to stay in my room a lot. Smoke seeped into my clothes.
Oh,
But I bet Mamo could
Couch,
roll.
you start smoking? Nah, it's just a sin.
Not
No,
just
I'm
it.
sorry.
Every time.
She rolls
I'm
cigarettes.
sorry.
She's an OG.
She does the laundry and she puts tobacco. It's the detergent. It's an old secret here, Sonny.
Oh, hey, Doc's back, so we'll quit trashing him.
We
Oh, yeah, we did
We
trash
didn't
him
say
for a little
anything
bit.
bad. All positive things, Doc.
We
All
did
positive.
trash him.
That's
Doc,
what
we
do
only
around
said he
here.
smoked meth once.
And he's looking for Wendy's sponsorship.
PVO, positive
And
vibes only.
you smoke Newports?
Marlboros?
Paul Malls.
I told y'all.
Oh, I
told
said
y'all, called it.
camels.
no.
I said camels.
I know, Doc, because I caught
all-
his dumb
we all
ass smoking
guessed.
after training. I was like, Doc, you don't
Oh,
need
they
to
are
do-
menthols,
They
though.
are
They are
Yeah.
menthols.
Give it to me.
Goddamn.
I knew it. He's got some hood in him.
Special kind of guy, Doc.
Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at?
What's the special thing about-
I don't know the rest of
What's
it.
the special thing about menthols?
I
have
to
no
me,
idea.
I think it's like Listerine. I don't know.
It's
Wait,
minty.
Listerine and a
You-
cigarette.
hey,
Just the
no.
flavor?
No, you know how
Okay.
they make menthols?
Have you ever
They
smoked a
put
cigarette?
so
No.
there's fiberglass in the filter.
We should all smoke a cigarette for a
There's
first time.
fiberglass. So to get the menthol taste, they put
Doc, stop.
more
No, we're not.
fiberglass in the filter. So like, I mean, it just that's how the tobacco gets into your
So
bloodstream.
you just suck it all down.
Whoa, whoa.
man.
Let's not dog tobacco because
Will
I
you do
don't want to
that?
be murdered
Will you
tonight.
do that sucking motion
It's a big
again?
industry.
No, I'm not going to do
It's a
that.
really big
Did
industry.
you see that sucking
Doc,
motion
did you
he
take
did?
a smoke break?
No
just now?
wonder she broke up with him.
Doc,
Yeah.
She
Doc-
saw him eat a banana
Oh, my God.
yesterday morning and was like, "Oh,
It was
yeah,
a
we
tasty
can't-
banana, all right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Ethan and Matt Moore are both single right now.
Super
Oh,
single,
wow.
super single."
Well, Matt's shifty, but
Whoa, whoa. Shh, don't tell us.
You
business.
got that? You got
Oh,
getting into the juice, boy.
that's what the people
The
want
Matt
to
juice.
hear. They want. Oh, please. That's
Love talk? No, that's for after
I
hours.
think Doc actually just got back from a smoke break. If you guys like
did
take
he?
a
He's
whiff.
smelling his own fingers like he farted on them.
Whoa, dude.
Doc needs a mic. He needs a mic.
That escalated quickly.
Whoa, bro.
Can,
How
can-
did it go that fast, Trent?
will one of my sponsors
Dude,
buy
0 to
an
100.
extra mic, please?
Jeez.
Doc, you could just yell.
Nope.
You good?
All right.
No, he saves his voice for a Kelly Patrick show.
Oh yeah, because he does that one correctly, and then Doc's ours. Because that's just
Man,
really-
Yeah,
that one's already on
yeah.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Whoops, I forgot
Wow,
to plug
Doc.
in your mics last week.
Oh, yeah.
But he remembered Kelly's.
Way to go, producer.
Yep. But we love Doc. Don't get us wrong.
No.
Because we
Do
don't know
we?
what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, well,
No
yeah.
idea.
This wouldn't be
Without-
happening without him.
I turned on the lights.
Hit the on switch. That's about it.
Yeah.
We got world champ. I mean, what podcast? I don't know too many podcasts that have a world champ on them, especially around here.
Yeah, especially from Hazard. There's no world champ from Hazard.
You know what? I'm gonna make the headlines. You know that? You know how I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna
World
go down to Alabama. No, I'm gonna do it the Darren Till
Oh,
way.
yeah.
What?
I'm gonna do it Darren Till way.
Hotel?
Hotel, steal a taxi.
We get a free hotel.
Well, it's not gonna be free. I hope you put your credit card.
No.
No, it's him. He
Yeah, that's what I'm
got
saying,
their
the
credit
promoter.
card. Oh yeah, buddy, rack it up.
Yeah, did you guys see what's going on with Mr. Till?
Darren Till got arrested.
Young, stupid, drunk kid.
Did you see
Probably
it?
drunk or coked
He
out
is.
or
No,
something.
Isn't he like
Yeah.
27?
No,
Not
no,
26.
Till's
That's
No,
young,
he's
bro.
I mean,
That's a
still
baby.
pretty young.
25, I think.
25, 26.
25, 26.
Mid-20s, still young.
That's a baby.
Yeah,
You know?
but at that point, you should kind of have something together.
No, he
probably
does
stupid.
have something together.
No,
He's a
I-
UFC
and-
fighter.
Yeah, dude.
Obviously.
Did you hear
He's
about
like
this?
number 4 in the
Obviously.
world.
He should have his shit
at this.
together.
Yeah.
When you're trashing
Yeah, it
hotels,
says that they were loading his luggage into the cab,
and he
and he
steals
stole
the
it.
cat.
Well, it says, yeah, they got kicked out of the hotel for trashing it, and
Tried to go to another one.
they were waiting
intercepted.
outside. They got a cab. I guess the cab driver was being nice, loading their luggage, him and his friends, and while he was in the back of the trunk, they decided to jump in and take the cab.
Now, wait, did this happen? This happened in England, right?
I don't know.
It didn't. I don't think it said.
Didn't? Because I feel like that's just like
In the
it's-
Canary Islands.
It did say.
I'm not
weird
sure. Is
spot.
that in the
I have no idea.
geography was. I did not
Coast of
major in
Africa.
geography.
Coast of Africa.
What's in Africa?
What was he doing there?
Partying. I
Partying.
mean, Canary Islands. Bro, it's
Clearly.
a party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Let's see. Yeah. He
So
got,
what do you think? You
got
think?
arrested?
Yeah.
Probably cocaine.
Yeah, probably coked
Cocaine
out. You know,
binge.
thought it'd be funny. Stupid kid.
He's coming off 2 straight
Listen, man,
losses,
if
so-
you would have gave me that much money or the money that he has when I was 25,
Oh yeah.
you know, I probably would have stolen a
Definitely.
cab too. You know.
That's a lot of money, man.
Speaking of what, but
Yeah.
you look at the parallel of like Darren Till and then like Dustin Poirier. Like he's
how's Poirier?
Poirier's still in
29
his,
or
yeah
30.
28, 29. Some yeah, and he's like, I mean, he's raising money for a kid that passed away because his dream was to build a park, and he's like Max Holloway donating to it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You
I
seen
mean,
where he
there's-
donated the
Yeah,
glove?
he was talking about that on Theo Vaughn's podcast.
So
a
I
couple
mean,
days
just
ago.
look at the parallel of, you know, of the lifestyle.
Somebody
Yeah.
in the same
You know?
situation.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying. Like, at that, when you're at that success level,
That's
you
why I
would think
never-
like, there would be
dude,
a bit more stability.
That's
but at
why
the
I was
same
never
time-
a big fan of Connor, because I knew, like, I had a feeling he was just that kind of guy. Like, even he just, I mean, he's made all that money, and you really don't hear that he's done anything
Anything good.
good with it,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Yeah.
so you take the guys who are, you know,
Yeah, but at the end, they're just everyday people like us.
for sure. I mean, if I had
Money,
It's not-
you know.
It's not like a different race of human beings.
No, I think like you're saying, Dustin Poirier, he probably had a different upbringing.
he did.
You know,
In small
But it
town
was hard.
Louisiana.
He had a hard upbringing.
his
Like,
road-
he got kicked out, and he had to
but
fight.
you think just think his fighting road
yeah.
was way harder than Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor did it by chatting. not
Yeah,
by-
he's Connor had hype back in the
Well,
Cage
also,
Warrior days. You know what I mean?
Connor's a good fighter, you know?
He is.
Let's
He's
not
talented.
deny
He's
that.
obviously
talented.
one of
He's
the
very
Yeah, one of the
Top.
top guys.
ever, and that I think that solidifies Khabib even more though.
Oh man.
And how Khabib
Oh, yeah.
just kind of
yeah,
Just destroyed him.
toyed
Yeah.
it, toyed with the guy.
Yeah.
He told him. He talked shit to him. Why he beat him?
Let's talk now. Let's talk
you know
now.
that
That's-
Dustin Khabib fight's interesting. To me,
Interesting.
though.
Yeah.
I'd like to
'Cause-
watch that live.
Yeah, because I mean,
Clearly, Dustin's
got
boxing
hands.
is going to give him trouble.
I mean, he's got hands.
He's strong
I,
too.
I haven't watched any of
he
Poirier's
is. He's a
fights.
big 155.
He's probably not as big as Khabib, but I mean, he's
I don't know. He made
decently
he made-
sized for
He
55.
made Max look small, man.
He did,
Yeah. Well, Max is also kind of tall too.
and he's talking
Lanky.
about going up to 170.
Yeah.
So that I mean that he's like this 155 cut's getting hard.
It's hard to believe he used to fight
140.
at 45 at
Crazy.
WEC.
Once he's
Holloway?
He did for
No,
his
Poirier.
First,
No,
he did for his
Or
first couple.
Pouillet.
They were making. There's like a thing going on with the internet. Poirier, like poor yay. instead of
Poirier?
Yeah, it's
Makes sense.
What's Dustin's fighting style? I haven't watched any of his. I haven't got the
Boxer.
chance
He's
to watch
a-
him.
He's a
So
boxer
he's a
with
boxer.
really good hips.
yeah.
He's
He's got a black belt. I mean, he
Yeah,
has
he-
a-
in jiu-jitsu.
in jiu-jitsu?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I
That's
think
cool.
he's got some few submissions under his belt.
He beat Eddie Alvarez pretty solid. Well, the first one obviously was a what was that, no
Knee to the
contest
head.
or
Yeah, it
DQ
was
or
a-
something like
yeah,
that.
it was a no contest, knee to the head.
Yeah, but he was really taking it to, former world champion, and then the second time he knocked him the F out,
Yep.
He's got good hips.
And then
he
beat
can
Gaethje.
crack.
Dude,
he
his
can,
last fights have been former world champion Eddie Alvarez, former world champion Justin Gaethje. Before that, it was Anthony Pettis, former world champion, and
Holloway.
then now Holloway, world champion. So, if anyone has done it the right way and deserves, like he said, his whole model was paid in full.
a long time ago.
He definitely
A
paid in
long
full.
time ago.
He definitely paid in
Right.
full. Man, what do you guys think? So there was a thing. I want to give a shout out to the podcast. It's MMA on Point. Did the podcast of, do these two fights vindicate the interim titles?
Oh,
Because I love that those fights were interim titles, but the stuff that's going on when like Colby Covington gets an interim title, and then doesn't he like Tyron Woodley's fought
And
twice since
he was
Colby.
perfectly fine.
Yeah,
now I think it comes down to if you had this fight coming up, let's say you're fighting Ethan here, and you get a choice. It's $50,000 to fight, but if they call it an intern title, it goes up to $150,000.
and get pay-per-view points.
Yeah, what are you gonna want?
Of course. I mean, that's
Even
the thing.
even if it seems fake, like this is a fake title. Like,
All right, so here's the argument, right? So instead of putting a title on the line, because that's what Dana says. Dana says the same thing. He's like, "Why wouldn't you do this? This is great for the fighters.
Why not just do that anyway?
Why is this not pay him 150 grand?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, why not go? Hey, now championship fights are 5 rounds as they've always been, but we're getting rid of the interim. Number 1 contender fights, co-main event fights are always
Have
5
pay-per-view
rounds.
points,
Well,
have-
5 rounds,
yeah.
pay-per-view points.
Yeah.
That way they get paid. But the title, the unified title, the undisputed title, still has it represents that's what you are.
Because right now we still have 3 lightweight champions.
Yeah,
got Khabib,
Tony
Dustin,
Ferguson's
and Tony.
Not, no, he's stripped.
He
He never lost it.
He
He
never
never
lost his
lost it,
title.
exactly
He should
right.
be-
You know?
He should.
And we've
he
had
should
3
be done.
I
champions.
know.
for a
If
long time.
anyone
Did you
deserves
read-
to skip the line, Tony
Yeah.
Ferguson.
Tony,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as far as like in the cage,
Which, I mean,
he's like one of the most deserving martial artists. But have you read any of the things that his
If we're-
wife has put out on him? The
He's,
statements?
he's got some
Those are awful, man.
mental
Oh
issues.
my
yeah.
gosh,
I think he
should-
has a little bit of schizophrenia.
They should not let him fight
schizophrenia.
again.
that
That's
should be
so
considered
scary.
a little workers' comp.
No, he's just been cleared. He's just been cleared by
I
a
don't know,
physician.
man. Those
Of course.
those statements his wife put out
UFC.
are crazy.
Yeah,
He thought she was a witch.
I think UFC can
Yeah,
get anybody.
yeah.
I mean,
that's-
come on.
He
That's
stole his own child
pretty-
from her,
pretty
man.
prevalent stuff right there, man.
It's crazy. It sounds like he's
It could
got a
be,
little
yeah, like
undiagnosed
bipolarism or-
schizophrenia. Well,
Well, didn't one of the
bipolar.
articles
and the
I was
war
It's a brain injury.
Yeah, the
Wars
brain
has been
injury
in, man.
plus, like, the
No,
pre-existing
you can't say that.
That'll be on our future
Listen,
show.
man,
We'll have an
he
expert
is
in.
not slurring words. He's not forgetting stuff. This is more
He says crazy
something.
stuff.
Yeah, but that could just be undiagnosed.
He's
dude.
hopping out of cars on freeways
I
Trent, on
know.
the way to the
I
hospital.
know.
You
But
can
listen.
have brain injuries without slurring your speech and whatnot.
Well, 100%. But I also know
You don't slur.
a physician. Shut up. I also know a physician who, a guy had bipolar disorder. He was in his late 40s and didn't know it. His wife left him. His wife got a divorce, was divorcing him, triggered his bipolar disorder, and he stalked her and did a bunch of crazy stuff. But that's the thing. He was undiagnosed until that kind of stressful situation triggered his bipolar disorder. And that stuff just happens, man.
I mean, he could have, undiagnosed schizophrenia or bipolar. I think one of the articles did say he was supposed to be on medicine or something, but refused to
Yeah,
take
for
it.
sure. Because I
But
mean, because
also-
that type of medicine you can't train. You
Oh, yeah,
can't
it just
train.
leaves
You
you
don't want to
useless.
get out of bed. Like
But with
Yeah.
that kind of mental illness, whatever you want to call it, compounded with
With
Getting
CTE,
punished.
the brain damage and with the hard partying lifestyle of a fighter,
you're right.
just makes it even worse.
You're exactly right. I just don't want to jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
And you see,
So
like,
saying automatically it's CTE is not fair.
potentially though.
Potentially.
Just the factor
Yeah.
of being a potential
Well, the
thing
thing
to
is, there
happen.
has to be. Listen, the UFC, Adam's right. They're definitely rushing this. They want him back.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to be back, and I think they're not going to go about this the right way. I mean, commission should be like, listen, 2 years. 2 years, you need to get right.
you need to get some.
And if
get
you
your
can
life
Get
come
some
back-
mental health.
And if you can come back, and that sucks because that's so long in a fighter's career, and he's already in
he's
his
up
like
there.
34,
yeah.
35.
So it sucks, but I'd rather see that than him doing something crazy and wind up hurting his family or someone else.
Yeah. Well, if he has mental illness and they rush it, and then
He should
brain
go.
damage.
And he should go to a physician or a doctor that's not employed by the UFC.
Exactly.
He has to go. Yeah.
They're going to rush him in there. But, I mean, you look at his fighting style with Anthony Pettis. How can you look at his fight with Anthony Pettis and say he didn't suffer concussion?
Look at
I
look
mean,
at BJ
Kevin
Penn,
Lee.
Look at BJ
Oh,
Penn's
yeah,
not
that's
slurring his
true.
words.
but he's going through
But
it right
he's
now
going
too.
through all this crazy stuff, and look at his fighting style. He's
Yeah, but his
nothing to get punched in
his
the face.
wife also said that he's been on drugs, recreational drugs,
Yeah,
for a
but-
long time.
Self-medication, bro.
For sure, you guys aren't wrong. I just
Look, we will cover
yeah.
this subject at a better time when we have we'll have one of our buddies come in. He's a
CTE's a
brain
real-
doctor.
yeah. CTE's real. It's a real deal. I'm not sitting here saying it's like climate change. And I'm not a climate change denier. So yeah, CTE.
How can
is
you
real.
have climate change on a flat Earth?
The
How
Earth is
is
not
your
flat.
how
The
is
Earth
your
is not
climate
flat.
change? See, you see those lights here,
No,
and
Trip
then it's
believes in
shining
round
there,
Earth.
and then
And then it's flat.
Doc-
It's proven science.
this
bro.
guy. I can't believe you must have CTE. Believing that the Earth is
Sparring
round.
too much.
Yeah, you've been getting hit by Harry a little too hard.
If the Earth was round, if the Earth was round,
Doc, can you cut the feed? I'm about to commit a murder.
No, as far as like BJ Penn though, with just athletes at the extreme of their sport and they're so talented, you look at like anything like that. Like Michael Jordan always had a gambling problem, best basketball player ever. He's known for a lot of like detrimental things. Mike Tyson especially is probably
Wow.
one of the best examples of all time.
Well, then you know what you should let him do? Steroids. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I mean,
No,
if everybody could do it, it would be illegal.
Well, I mean,
even
Michael
playing
Jordan did
field.
all the steroids you want.
Hey,
He's
did
not
you
hitting
hear?
people.
Did you hear that they're talking about making steroids in MMA like illegal? Like if you do steroids in MMA, you can go to jail.
oh,
They're
like
trying.
a
They're trying to
law.
pass that. Yeah, I heard about it today, and I don't remember what podcast I heard it from.
Sounds fake, bro.
No, I'm telling you. But you talk about if you want to stop steroids in the sport of MMA,
Jail
that
time.
would be the way to do it, right?
But then you'd
Most
you'd
certainly.
have more people doing the same thing they're doing now, like just finding ways around it,
Risking
finding
jail
drugs,
time?
finding drugs that they're not testing for,
Risking jail time though.
not
With how
working.
good these guys are getting with finding any little thing on that banned substance list.
Picogram.
Dude, with TJ Dillashaw and not working for 2 entire years, now he's going to have to go find a regular job.
No,
No,
he'll be
no,
set
no,
off.
no, no,
bro,
no,
he'll
no,
be
no.
set off sponsorships. and
He's got
just-
that.
No, he's going to lose all those sponsorships.
He's got
for
that
sure.
spice money, son.
Bro.
He started his own spice company.
He's still in the Toyo tires, whatever.
yeah, he's
commercial.
Good. He's good.
But if you're a small time guy,
Small time guy. Yeah, we're
Losing-
That's different.
losing 2 to 4 years of work is just as good as going to jail. You know, if fighting's all you know.
I don't think so,
No.
man. If you told me that, like, hey, Trent, here's some EPO. You can take it for your upcoming fight. If you get caught, it's 2 years off. Or if you're like, hey, Trent, you can take this EPO. But if you get caught, it's 2 years in jail. I'm going to be like, oh, no, I'm good, man. I like my butthole just the way it is.
Stretched? Man, stereotype in jail.
Super stretched.
It's not like that.
Huh?
Right, Doc?
You know. Oh, please.
We need to get Doc a mic.
Doc, just yell, dude. Just yell it.
No.
All right.
I think he's in contract with Kelly Patrick.
Oh, under.
That's what it is.
If you talk, you owe me 10 grand.
Hey, Kelly, if you ever listen to our podcast, can Doc please talk?
Yeah. We just want his opinion on something.
Send him a text.
Yeah.
Get on live feed. Send him a text.
Yeah.
Label the live feed. Can Doc talk?
We need a Jamie. So please help out.
We do need a Jamie.
But Doc is far more interesting than Jamie.
Yeah.
No.
Doc has a lot more going on, I think.
Then young
Yeah.
Jamie? No, young Jamie's from
Yeah.
Ohio.
He is.
He is from Ohio.
Yeah.
So he's better.
The city of Ohio.
Yeah. The state of Columbus.
The
city of
Columbus.
Ohio.
Okay.
Just kidding, world champ.
Yeah.
World
wear my medal and this shit.
champ.
Some
Yeah, you
bullshit.
should have.
Yeah, we think Cal should wear his world champ medal.
Also,
Not to show off or anything. But
If you're listening to this on
Cal-
YouTube, leave a comment if he should. We appreciate it.
I'm leaving a comment right now.
Right now.
It's a good thing you didn't win silver, bro, since I'm a werewolf.
Oh,
That's true. That is true.
It's a good
Man.
thing you wore.
took me a second. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
It did take you a second. I saw the wheels turning.
What is that, Ethan?
No, that was
I'm
you.
retarded at.
Silver werewolves.
Silver
What
were-
is?
They didn't have
bro.
those
That's
stories.
vampires.
They didn't have those stories growing up in Hazard.
Oh.
They didn't have what?
No.
No?
That chupacabra.
Oh, dude, the Chupacabra's real.
That's a big
CTE's not real, but Chupacabra. Yes.
Yeah.
They have that in Hazard?
Chupacabras
Chupacabra.
all over the place.
Cold.
Dude, that was his
they-
mascot.
do they-
That was the school's mascot.
They live in a holler?
The Perry County chupacabras.
Oh man.
It's actually just Couch's sister. And like,
Oh god
That's
damn,
a goal. That's
bro.
a goldie. That's a good one.
Dude.
All right, guys. We'll
Right
be right
there.
back
Right
after
there.
this quick break.
I didn't know that. I quit watching Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I watched Venom. That's Tom Hardy. Venom's Tom Hardy.
yeah, that's
yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Hardy.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I've seen that movie, but other than that, I haven't seen
Yeah.
any other bit of his work.
The real OG in jiu-jitsu, in celebrity jiu-jitsu is
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy, black
You
belt.
know?
Al,
And
Who's
then
it under?
do you know Al Bundy?
Machado, I think?
You know who Al Bundy is?
If I'm
Yeah,
not
nah,
mistaken.
Machado?
man, what you-
Like he's legit Machado. Like I feel like some of these
He's been doing it
celebrities.
forever. Oh, Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris is the guy who brought it to North America. You know?
Jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
He didn't bring it to North America.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't
If
think that
there's a
either.
video
You're
on
crazy.
YouTube that he had Hickson and
He was probably one of the
Horian-
original American black belts. But he
We
did
need
not
we need a
bring it.
fact check. I don't know about Ethan's.
back in the 80s.
Helio Gracie brought it to Brazil. Brought it
He
from Brazil
brought
to
he
America.
brought Helio and a couple of his sons to his gym to teach a seminar back in the 80s. It was like 82, 83.
Who made this video?
Fact checks.
It was a long, I don't know, probably somebody from his gym. It's on YouTube.
I always thought Helio just made a trip to
It was Chuck Norris
to
that invited him.
California, and then there was the Dirty 12, his first like original 12 black belts
Yeah.
out of his gym,
Yeah.
out of his garage. One of the more famous ones, Chris Hodder, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Hodder? I thought it was Howder.
It's Hautte.
Anyway, that dude's super OG.
I forgot about that one.
But that's a big thing now, right? Celebrities in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
Right?
so you got like Demi Lovato, you got Jonah Hill,
Demi a purple belt yet, or is she still
blue belt.
No,
Still
she's a blue belt.
Got Vince Vaughn,
Vince Vaughn's a
Vaughn
blue
plays
belt
jiu-jitsu?
under the Gracies, under
Henner.
Henner and Helio.
Do you guys know who Dave
Heater,
Batista
I mean.
is?
Sorry. Yeah, Dave
Batista's a brown belt,
He's
dude.
had an MMA fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's had two
a scary
professional
dude.
MMA fights.
Oh, he
He's a
did?
Scary
Two
individual.
professionals. Yeah.
Ashton
wow.
Kutcher, purple belt.
That's
Someone
incredible.
that-
Yeah.
Batista is definitely someone I would not like want to get a hold
Who
of.
was
me.
just on Joe Rogan's podcast? That's
That
Russ-
director, dude.
Russell.
Oh,
no.
Guy
Russell
Ritchie.
Crowe, or not Crowe? Russell Brand.
Russell
Brand.
Brand.
Ah.
He's a legit blue belt. Joe Rogan's rolled with him.
Could you? Hey, what about Guy Ritchie? Guy Ritchie's
Yeah,
he's
Guy
a
Ritchie.
black
Yeah, yeah.
belt.
Under Hinzo.
Yeah.
So he's not just like one of
That's
these Hollywood guys.
no,
he's
that's
legit
legit.
training
Legit.
with killers, you know?
Guy Ritchie directed Snatch and Rock and
A
Roller.
bunch of gangster movies.
Bunch of gangster
back in the
English
late 90s.
English gangster
Yeah.
movies.
I don't know who Guy Ritchie is.
Did he do the remake of The Italian Job? Was that Guy Ritchie?
He
I
did the
don't-
remake
I don't
of King
remember.
Arthur.
Back in like 2004 or something like that.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right with Mark Wahlberg and
With Mark Wahlberg.
Charlize
Oh.
Theron.
Hey.
No,
So Ashton Kutcher
Wait,
is
what
a
are you
purple
talking
belt.
about?
he's a purple.
Yeah.
There's one like the early 2000s.
What?
King Arthur.
No, he did the one with the guy from Sons of Anarchy
Okay.
that just came out.
Okay, like 2 years ago, something like that.
Does
like
Chris
last
Pratt
year,
train
I think.
jiu-jitsu or did he just wrestle in high school? Because I think I seen a video of him.
He's
like,
been training with the
like,
Nogueiras.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nogueira
he's been
might-
training
yeah,
with
yeah.
the Nogueira brothers.
That's
I don't know if he's ranked though. I don't think he has a rank. I think he wrestled
Who would you guys take?
Keanu Reeves.
Jacob Couch, world champ, versus Ashton Kutcher. They're both
Ashton Kutcher.
they're both purple
Ashton
belts.
Kutcher.
Yeah,
100%.
because the height, the legs.
Not only
Yeah.
that, he's just prettier.
yeah.
They got the same hair.
There's
The
no way a
attractiveness?
guy that pretty can.
Suck
Can
at
lose.
jiu-jitsu?
Is he
Yeah.
still married to Mila Kunis?
Yes.
Oh, really? They're
Oh.
married?
Oh yes. They have 2 children.
Yeah, you'd be stupid if you divorced that
So
lady.
lucky. Jen, I hope you don't hit.
Ethan's single now. He can say that.
Jenna
Oh,
is
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Single life.
Single life.
Who else? Tom Hardy. You guys.
Tom
said.
Hardy
Let's
just
look.
got his second stripe on his white belt.
Jonah
He-
Hill.
John Wick.
Jonah Hill.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
John.
Yep. Keanu Reeves.
Which, I mean, he learned that a long time ago back in the 90s.
Who did?
Oh yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah. It was
Usher.
It was
you guys?
uploaded to his brain.
Usher.
What rank is he?
I'm going to learn jujitsu.
Did you guys see that
Look at
thing
this.
I
You didn't see
posted?
Matrix? I'm not the only one that saw
Nobody's-
Matrix in
yeah,
here.
probably.
That's the singer Usher, right?
You look
Usher?
stupid as hell.
No, that's some guy at a theater.
Usher. I hate that. I hate his music.
I feel like Ethan likes it.
I love Usher.
In that
dude.
shirt, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could see Usher's shirt. I mean Ethan's shirt.
Were you at Keeneland earlier or something like that? Looks.
Are you
oh
a
no,
frat
you're
boy?
not wearing. You're not wearing
You putting
suspenders.
bets out
so-
and drinking
No,
IPAs, bro.
You're not wearing
And
suspenders.
boat shoes.
Oh,
Charles Taylor's. Sorry.
Charles.
Charles.
That was I came straight from my parents' house.
Oh, that's cute.
oh, you moving back in?
No. I would
Now
never.
Well, he's single now.
Screw that.
He's single now. Yeah.
I might have to.
He has no choice. Danielle, you heartbreaker.
She's going to
Who?
Europe,
Hey,
right?
how about the? How about if you could have any celebrity to roll with who trains? Who would it be?
Any celebrity?
Mine.
with.
Mine. What's his name? I mean, Demi Lovato, obviously, but.
Oh,
Other
hell
than
yeah.
that,
Hell yeah.
But I'm
for
talking
sure.
about like legit. If
Oh,
I
no, I'm
like
just
legit,
posting.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan for sure.
Joe Rogan.
Most certainly. Because it'd just be
neck crank
cool.
you.
Oh, he'd mess me up for
hell
sure.
and
But like,
So-
it'd just be such a dope experience.
So Chuck Norris is a 3rd degree black belt
in jujitsu,
under John Jock.
Damn.
Jesus. I didn't.
and he brought one of the Gracies
You
to
gotta-
his school back in the '80s for a seminar.
Paul Walker
Aw.
he'll be a purple belt.
Paul
Would
Walker's
have
dead, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Walker passed away in a
Rest,
car
rest,
accident.
rest easy.
That's one celebrity I'd want to. I'd want
He
to fight
lived
because
his
I'd mess
life
him up.
60
Definitely win that fight.
Yeah, there's no way I'm losing that. Okay, that's pretty morbid.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
But anyway, he
I was a- I
did
was-
jujitsu.
I was a huge fan of St.
Oh, did you know this one? He was actually in Ohio.
Who was that?
Yes.
Nope, have no idea.
Do you know who Ricky Rocket is?
Sounds like Raccoon Rabbit or
Well,
something.
do you know the band Poison?
Yeah,
He's the drummer. He's the head drummer.
That's Alice Cooper, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pour some sugar on me. Was that poison?
He's the drummer. But anyway, he trains jujitsu.
Are you asking me to pour some sugar on you? I don't
Who-
have any.
It's good for your skin.
Who?
How would you pour sugar
Collagen
on someone?
sugar.
What band
Like glucose?
was it where a guy rushed the stage and
Tool.
choked him out?
James Maynard Keenan.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
He like judo through him.
So that guy trains jujitsu.
Yeah, he's got his own school out in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico or Arizona or something like that.
Anthony Bourdain.
Bourdain.
He used to train. Yeah, he trained
Yeah.
with
He was a
Henzo's.
blue.
Henzo, New York.
Yeah, he was a blue.
Is
I
that
thought he
him?
trained with Donaher.
Well, Henzo, New York.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
Henzo,
that's
New York.
okay. That's the same gym.
That's,
Okay,
That's really good.
Donaher's the head trainer there.
Wesley Snipes.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I can see that.
How legit's that though?
He says he's been in martial arts since he was 12.
Underhill.
Well, he's trained karate and all kinds of stuff for movies and stuff.
No, yeah, I get that.
Machado.
but No, I don't know.
Dude, all these celebrities in
I
Hollywood
don't
are
believe
training
that.
under the Machados.
I don't know if I
Vince
believe
Vaughn.
Wesley Snipes. So that's like saying Steven Seagal
What about
trained under the Machados.
Stephen Seagal's legit.
Michael Clark Duncan?
Oh, he's passed away too, man.
I know, but do you guys
Wasn't
know?
he a black belt?
Yeah, who is that?
Purple?
Green
Purple
Mile.
Belt?
You ever seen Green Mile?
Big Mile?
Big
He's
black
a
guy?
very large black man.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
he said black, and you were
Oh,
like, oh,
oh,
yeah,
yeah, we had-
all right.
We had one of those in Hazard. Oh, yeah. Mel Gibson.
recognize-
Ice-T? No,
What?
No way.
I don't
Yeah.
believe that. I don't believe that.
As in F the police coming straight from the underground?
Do you know who Ice-T is?
Yeah.
I know you
No,
listen to
Cop
like
Killer.
Little
Cop
Zit
Killer.
and all them
Lil
people.
Zit.
Yeah, that was
I don't know
NWA.
what you listen to. Naomi Watts? What?
Who's that?
That's one celebrity I'd want to.
I'd like to roll with.
Yeah,
I'd like
get
to
Demi
roll with.
Lovato.
Do you know?
No, I don't know who that is.
Jim
She's
Carrey?
a
Jim
model.
Carrey?
I doubt.
Jim Carrey.
I don't know.
Dude, I feel like they're just.
You think these are made up?
No, I don't think they're made up. I'm just saying these guys like maybe rolled once and they're like.
Jim Carrey, if you're out there, hit us up.
I don't know,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's a pretty odd dude. He seems like somebody that would really be attracted to jiu-jitsu.
How about Nicolas
Sexually?
Cage?
I don't believe that either.
You don't believe it?
No.
Under
No.
Hoist Gracie.
I believe that he stole the Ten Commandments, but in National Treasure, but I don't believe
Well,
it.
he can steal cars under 60 seconds, too.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, Joe Rogan? No, that's a fake black
Yeah.
belt.
Joe Rogan, you're not legit.
Mick Dojo.
He's so jealous of our
Get
podcast.
over here. I'll check you out. The world champ will check you out. Never mind.
Whoa,
He
feudal.
said it. Jacob said it.
Okay, maybe this is fake news.
Yeah, Theodore Roosevelt?
Bro, he
No,
trained.
that's true, actually.
No, that's true. Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
true.
Oh, he
actually.
did. He
Yeah,
studied jiu-jitsu and
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu.
100%.
When it started to come to North America.
He is
Okay, this is one of Couch's idols.
Wiz Khalifa.
That's true too. Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, he
I
trains
know
Muay Thai.
he's getting good at Muay Thai.
Yeah, he's been training at some MMA gym,
Oh, no.
Kings or something like that.
The Crocodile Hunter. Rest in peace.
Mila Jovovich. Come on, man. I feel like these are just names.
Bro, you're just a hater.
Maybe.
Your sponsor fell.
I'm living la
So,
vida
Michael
loca.
Jackson's son, Prince? No? You're not believing it?
No.
Seems
Beverly
false.
Hills?
Dude, if these guys were better at jiu-jitsu, they'd be coming out of the woodwork right now.
He's under Henner.
Well, then maybe I believe it.
Yeah, they get fake black belts anyway. Oh,
Ooh, throwing some
Gracie
shade.
University is the best school in the world.
Brian Ortega.
well.
That's all you need.
I'll take it.
Yep, you got me.
I think Hender's won a few black belt world titles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sure.
Henry's pretty
Hender's
crafty,
pretty-
man.
Hender's pretty-
Mario Lopez, duh.
Yeah.
No, that is true. Yeah,
And
he's pretty popular for training boxing.
who's Zach Morris's real name?
I never remember. I can always remember Mario Lopez as AC Slater, but I can never.
Tori
remember.
Spelling also? Like, so all
Spelling?
90 or Beverly Hills?
I roll with 90s
No,
Tori
what's-
Spelling.
Where are they from?
I think I'm too young for that show.
You're too young for everything.
She was
I
super
never got to-
popular
I
back
never
in
got
the
to watch
mid-90s.
Vin Diesel? Not buying it?
Well, I mean, he was really good friends with Paul Walker, so Paul Walker probably got him into it.
See?
Yeah, but what qualifies this list?
Bro,
Dude,
really.
that you walked into a jiu-jitsu gym once and you're like, that's Vin Diesel. Let's take a picture with him. And now he's on this list? I don't
Yeah.
believe it, man. You gotta at least, you gotta be 2 years in, at least, right? Before you get your name on something.
I would say
Maybe
probably
like-
a year.
Yeah, 6 months to a year of consistent training.
Yeah.
But you guys know the drop-off.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
drop-off,
It's
man.
major, yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you hit that point and you drop off, you shouldn't be counted.
But you still train, though.
yeah, what are they still training?
Okay, but you can't, dude. Then
Maybe
you
they-
know what?
maybe you can't say
you know
they're
what?
active or
I took a salsa class one time. Does that make me a salsa dancer?
I don't know.
If you took it for 6 months, you'd pick up at least 1 or 2 steps.
I've only seen your belly dancing moves.
My
No one should ever see that again.
hips don't lie.
Subpar.
Definitely
belly dancing
not
moves.
Shakira.
No. Does she train jiu-jitsu?
She does.
Yeah, I teach her.
Her
I'm going to
guard would
Puerto
be
Rico.
ridiculous, though.
Porter, what?
Was she?
Oh
is she from
my
Puerto Rico?
God.
Right? She's from Puerto Rico.
Really, dude?
Where's she from? Where's she from?
Let's move on.
Yeah. Ignore
Next
that.
subject.
Well, sorry.
Did anyone watch UFC last night?
I watched the highlights of it.
What?
But that's silly, man. This
Overeem?
UFC makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Can we just? I'm so. Speaking as the consumer, I am not happy with this ESPN Plus. Like this is 7 events on UFC Plus,
ESPN
UFC on ESPN Plus, and you're giving me Overeem versus
Nobody.
the boa constrictor.
Granted,
dude, you're giving me that as the main event.
Did you watch it, Doc?
And I have to watch it, and I have to get up in the morning and watch it because it's in Russia.
the first fight was like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm drinking if I'm awake on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock,
This,
I'm just now
listen,
starting my coffee.
Listen, this is what the UFC does. They got the Fox deal. They let it off with Kane and
Junior.
Junior Dos Santos. They let it off with that, and by the end, we were getting Joe Schmo versus Billy Bob. And the first fight we got on ESPN Plus was TJ Dillashaw, Henry Cejudo, champ versus champ. 7 UFC pluses, ESPN pluses in, and we're getting Overeem versus someone else. It's silly, man. Like the UFC is. They always do this, and as a consumer, I'm not happy with everything.
Olniak is a solid dude. You know, he's been around for a long time.
He's great.
But I mean,
that's not
I would
worthy.
say outside of, he probably doesn't even have a big following in Russia.
No,
you know,
no. Most people were there to see Khabib's teammate. He was in the co-main event. He has a hard name to pronounce.
Islama
yes,
something.
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the guy he was fighting. That's what I'm saying, man.
I think the guy he was fighting,
I'm a hardcore, and like
Overeem's last win was one of the top fights, like the co-main or the fight right before that.
Overeem?
Yeah, some nobody dude, solid dude, up and comer, but some nobody guy.
Dude, he covered up really bad.
Against Olniak?
Yes. I'm a fan of Overeem, too.
Dude, I think he's had his day, you know.
Oh, yeah.
10 years ago or so, right before he came to the UFC.
But
and
he was on
just,
mad steroids.
he was on mad steroids, yes, but
That's like saying Vitor Belfort had his day. No,
that doesn't change your skill. He's
yes,
still
it does.
extremely skilled.
It does.
It changed your athleticism.
No, it doesn't. Listen, man. You
Well,
know how
technically,
hard
it
it
could
is.
change your skill.
Yeah, it does because you know how hard you train. You come in at 5, right, and you train,
Right.
and you leave and you're sore, and like you might take a nap, and when you wake up you're sore. You don't want to train again. I did a 2-a-day yesterday, and I came in for 7 a.m. boxing, went home, went to bed, and then I did a 6-mile run, and I didn't want to do it. I forced myself to do it. But if you're on PEDs, you can do that and more.
How do you
So
go train?
if you're in, I'm just saying, people are like, John Jones is like, oh yeah, that steroids didn't help me throw that left high kick that knocked you out. Yes, it did, because you got to rep it 1,000 more times because you weren't sore, you recovered faster. Like, yes, it's called performance enhancing for a reason. So you did throw that kick because you drilled it 1,000 more times because you were able, because your body recovered and you were able to do it more. Steroids, dude, they're not right.
So when he fought post UFC Crow Cop at, Crow Cop was like 250
Who,
pounds.
Vitor?
No, over him.
Oh. Crow
So-
Cop was over the hill too.
Not really.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at him now.
Dude, Crow Cop, when he fought
He had his day of
Fedor,
pride, yes.
him
Yeah.
and
They all have a lot of
But
miles on
it was
him.
still like 2008, 2009 when they fought. So it was like
10
at the
years,
end,
that's a
at the
decade
end-
ago.
At the end of his run. But they were both juiced to the gills. So how can...
Crow Cop was
How
never
can the skill-
Crow Cop never really accomplished anything outside of pride, though.
Yeah, he did.
Whoa.
In the
Never
UFC, he didn't-
really accomplished anything outside of kickboxing.
When he
'Cause
came
never
to-
beat Fedor. So he never got
That was,
Well, no,
that
a
was
lot
his
of
bane.
people never beat Fedor, though. That's I
in
feel
his
like that's
prime, yeah. But
Yeah.
then a lot of people ran through
because
him.
that was the time that he could have fought Fedor was in his prime because they were both connected through pride. But as far as like Crow Cop never had any real skill.
Didn't Crow Cop
outside of
win a
kickboxing.
Pride GP?
Who?
Crow Cup.
Did he win it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he won it. Pride GP beat.
I think
Yeah, but it wasn't for a belt.
Vanderlei.
No, Vanderlei's a 185er.
It was
Pro
an
Cup's a
open
heavyweight.
weight GP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, possibly.
Because they were having open weight GPs back in like 2002. or something like that.
Pride was the Wild West, man.
Pride was the stuff.
I loved
Yeah.
Pride.
Yeah.
I went to one of Pride's last shows in Vegas. I was there.
Yeah.
See any sick
In like
soccer
2006 or 2007 or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
It was awesome. There was fireworks.
They had.
Too
they had
bad
quite
it
the
was
production.
ran by the Yakuza.
Well, yeah.
And then they closed that.
Nothing wrong with
promotion,
that.
And then 2 weeks later, they had Dream open.
Hey, I want to talk about something real quick. What do you guys think about that bare knuckle championship? That guy's getting a lot of flack. So I
not
guess
good.
Who?
No,
It's not
I'm
good
not,
at
I'm not
all.
talking about just the fighting part of it. I'm talking about
The promoter.
the
himself.
promoter said,
Oh, the statement he made about fighters not
Yes.
getting cursed because they're
Yes.
not fighting.
Yeah, I'm
that
going
way.
to cut
That's-
50% of his purse.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
I didn't
that's
hear this.
That's
I didn't hear
absolute
this.
horseshit.
"That's dude,
Absolute horseshit.
that guy."
Yeah.
Okay, please explain.
All right, so the promoter, I can't think of his name right now. If someone will pull it up, or you guys know who I'm talking about. The promoter for Bare Knuckle FC. So there was on the Artem Lobov, Jason Knight fight card. There was an undercard fight, and the guy, one of the prelim fights, I didn't know either of the fighters, and he didn't run. But he didn't have, so they have the ropes.
Jim
it's
Freeman.
small. Jim Freeman, you're kind of an asshole.
Asshole.
You're a real asshole. Well, anyway, the guy was boxing, but then he was kind of like one of those guys who stayed on the outside.
An actual boxer.
Yeah, an actual box. Like he would jab and he would move and 1-2 and move and after the fight he won, right? Or he lost the decision. I
It
can't
was
remember.
Watch
a
it.
boring. It was a technical
Yeah, it
fight.
was. Yeah, it
but
was a technical fight, but
boring.
it wasn't like just to go in there, get all bloody, swing it up like they wanted. And he gets on the microphone as soon as the fight's done and was like, "Yeah, we're not giving him the other 50% of his purse." He's like, "We're here to bring you guys action and violence and blood. We're here to give you guys what you want. So this goes from everyone from now on. If you get in here and you don't fight, you don't get 50% of your pay. It goes to the other fighter."
And the cringeworthy thing about that is like after he said that, the crowd was kind of just
The crowd-
silent.
Dude,
They didn't.
yeah,
like,
they
I
didn't
think he
cheer.
expected like.
Oh,
you
he
know,
expected
like a jubilee just
Yeah.
because he was making this extreme statement. It's just outlandish.
Yeah,
It
man,
has to be.
that's just crazy. And then Artem went on like a whole press media thing after the fight and was like, "No," he's like, "Listen, fighters, there shouldn't be any 50%. You should just give fighters what they deserve. It's so hard, man, to be a professional." And people think they look at the paycheck and they're like, "Oh, he made quite a bit of money." You got to pay coaches, gym
Training
memberships, training camps, your own insurance, your own medical. Like, I mean, dude, that money and then if you got a family, you got.
I doubt Bare Knuckle is doing per diem too. like
Oh
the
yeah,
UFC's doing.
no, I highly doubt it. I don't know, man. I tell you, I wish like.
What are fighters saying about this?
I mean, right now,
Nobody?
Artem's the only one that has been on press tour really saying anything about it, but honestly, man, they got him so scared. Like Dana in the press conference after 236 talking about Khabib and Conor, he's like, "Well, what do you want me to do about it? They're independent contractors, so I can't really tell them to do anything." I called him, but he loves. So explain to me if you're an independent contractor but you're under contract for the UFC.
Exclusive contract.
Exclusive contract for the UFC, but you're an independent contractor who has to pay their own, all
UFC pays their insurance.
It pays their insurance,
They have
but
an
everything else,
insurance program.
how can you say that though? How if I'm in construction and I'm an independent contractor, I can go work for anyone
I think
I
it's
want.
just so UFC can
Probably some sort of tax thing.
make them responsible for their own taxes. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Here's a chunk of money. We're not worried about it. You're an independent contractor.
But I'm just saying, more and more, like these guys are getting mistreated. Fighters are getting mistreated.
All fighters. Look. Even if you're a local fighter, don't matter what state you're in. Here in Kentucky, I made a post like 10 years ago. I said every pro should get out there and take a picture of their contract and let everyone else see how much they're getting paid. Because all my guys that come out here pro, I mean, even Jesse Ray, his pro debut was 600 and 600.
Yeah.
Everyone else's pro debut around here is like 200, 300.
Another thing is market yourself. Don't expect anyone else to market you.
Yeah.
You got,
People
I know
wanna
you
say,
don't like posting on social. Some people don't like posting on social media. I have no problem with it, but market yourself. Okay, let people see that you have a personality.
Yeah.
People, especially in the local scene, people will want to watch you fight. Like they do. People want to watch me fight.
you do have to market yourself. So
Yeah.
promoters,
No one else is gonna market you. Market yourself.
promoters get a bad
pride in
name
yourself.
that they're like car salesmen and they're just hustlers and all that. But they're right. Yeah, like a promoter wants to make money. Like they don't have to have the best interest for you.
It's like an agent,
they
right?
need to make
Like
money.
yeah.
It's their
They
own
have to make
objective.
money, and they want fighters that'll sell a lot of tickets and promote the fight themselves. I mean, that's Conor McGregor is a perfect example.
Exactly.
Like
Yep.
he has probably had the least amount of fights
With the
and
most money.
he's
And
the
made
most
the most money.
money.
Yeah. I agree.
and the least amount of accomplishments. Really,
Never defended any of his titles.
But he was the first champ. That's something cool to say.
That's a pretty monumental thing.
actually, Josh Dawson that trains at Georgetown MMA was a champ.
Champ. Dawson.
Dawson still trains?
Oh no,
Once a month. He'll come on average once a month.
Okay.
rest
He
in
comes up
peace.
here
Rest in
when
peace.
Q drags him up here.
Yeah. By his
Kicking and
dreads.
screaming.
Yeah, kicking and screaming. But, I mean,
By
that,
his dreads. Get in there.
UFC. I mean, people want to hate and talk shit about Dana White, but
His
he's
net
the man.
worth is like
He knows
400 million.
He knows what he's
So-
doing.
I
And-
know,
And people
but
still
then-
want to fight for him. People will fight for him
Yeah.
for $2,000.
But then you see, I think Scott Coker's the one doing it right. I'll tell you right now, if you came to me and said, I'll pay you the same to fight in Bellator or UFC, it'd be hard to turn down that Bellator contract. If it was the same
Oh, yeah.
pay, because I hear working for Scott Coker so much more easier than working with. No one
Everyone-
ever
yeah.
says anything bad about Scott Coker.
Yeah, with
Ne-
all the promotions that
and-
he's run.
Exactly. So
It's true.
And Bellator allows way more sponsorship.
Yeah, yeah,
Besides
yeah.
Monster and Reebok.
So
The
not
fighter
all-
has a chance to make more money.
Make money. Yep.
Yeah, and I think Bellator's entry level contract is the same as UFC now, like 25 and 25 or 5 and 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Plus, you get sponsorship. So if you can get, I think Bellator is sponsored by Miller or whoever. If you can get that Miller sponsorship, or you can get,
You can go out and get your own sponsorship.
if you can get Matt Life sponsorship.
Speaking of sponsorship,
Speaking of sponsorship,
Go ahead, Trent. Thank your sponsor.
still more money.
All right, yeah. So we haven't introduced ourselves anyway. So I'm Trent Knott, and MMA fighter out of Georgetown MMA. I want to thank my sponsors, Matt Life Official, Q Parks, and the guys at Matt Life made this amazing shirt for me. So thank you guys again. And Hempworks CBD oil. Contact me for information on both.
All right, guys, we're going to go to a short little break. We're recording? What? We're live?
Queen
the
T.
Well, did you guys see this
This is the gayest
on our
Facebook
on our Instagram live about Ethan and Danielle's breakup? She
What'd she say? What'd she say?
Confirmed. Confirmed.
Was it?
she says she broke up with you because of your dumb shirts.
I mean,
I don't blame her.
yeah.
Go to
I
my
don't blame
Facebook, see the truth.
Actually, I think she bought this shirt.
They dated for a while, and now he's single.
her. Now he's single, ladies and men. He likes
Yeah,
men too.
he doesn't judge.
Danielle's going to Europe to find her new spouse.
I mean, I do jujitsu, so I touch dudes all day.
All day.
All day.
All day.
it's your real job.
But we're gonna be closing up this episode. We hope you guys like this. Trent has something to say.
All right. Let's wrap it up real quick, but I got to talk about GOT because we didn't get our last week's episode. And season 8, episode 1,
Game of Thrones.
horrible. Horrible.
Man, it was
all right.
It was so slow.
It was slow, yeah, but there was a lot of setup.
No. Okay.
I
listen.
mean, tonight
Tonight, hopefully,
Tonight
is better. I think it's going to be a lot better. But, dude, just
What's he gonna do with
my
it?
my thing is like John, like it was going good. Like I'm fine with all the reunions. I'm sick of the Northern Lords bickering back and forth and everything. But whatever, I understand. But man, when John, oh spoiler alert! But when John rode the dragon, it was so underwhelming.
That
gotta
part was
think,
pretty.
But it made sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, because he is.
No, I get that. But I'm just saying it should have happened when John was in trouble or something. Regal could have slid down and picked him up. But just with the fact where she's like he's an old Volkswagen, like, yeah, just get in and fire it up and head on off
and
the
they
lot.
just ran off
It's
to like a
because
spring.
It
the
was a
dragon knows.
It was a Game of Thrones episode, but Daenerys doesn't know.
Yeah.
So listen, it was a Game of Thrones episode, and then it cut to a Disney movie, Aladdin, a whole new world.
Or-
I can show you the world.
Or
Yeah.
How to Train a Dragon.
Or How to Train a Dragon, which is,
It's actually a good
that's the
movie.
name of my bedroom.
Baby Dragon.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Hey, a dragon's
sorry,
a
Jenna.
dragon, dude. It doesn't matter what
Yeah,
size.
right? A dragon's a dragon. No one's ever seen a
A
dragon.
bearded dragon or Drogo, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
But it turned into a Disney episode, and then it went back into Game of Thrones. But I think the preview for tonight looks pretty good, so I'll have a lot more to say next Sunday. If
What
it's
is he
not
gonna-
good, D&D, I'm coming to California right now, and I know you don't do jiu-jitsu. We didn't see your name on that list. I'm going to choke you out.
Yes. Yeah, hopefully you guys that are watching, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, please let us know what you think of that episode. We were disappointed. I'd like to thank Ethan Goss for being on our show. You'll see him regularly. Same with Trent Knott. I'm Adam Gomez. This is World Champ. He doesn't have a real name. We just call him World Champ. And
The Leinenkugels. He's talking about the Leinenkugels.
yes. We'll be back on. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching and listening.